Yo, this is Jay Brooks, and right now you're listening to the Lengthy Lads podcast, featuring Annoying Mouse, the average EAFC player, Bertie, aka the Gaffer, and Azza Gaming. So sit back, make a cup, and enjoy this episode of the Lengthy Lads. Bosh!
Yes, let's get messy. Welcome back to another episode of the Lengthy Lads podcast. You might hear from my voice today that I'm a little bit deflated, as only one member of this podcast has managed to pack the 97 rated Team of the Year Messi card, and three of us are left here as slightly upset with the way that the game has been handled over the course of the last day or so. It's been actually an incredibly sad and depressing few days for three members of this podcast, with the news that Shane has thrown his toys out the pram and will be quitting the podcast and Twitter because he was not one of the 75% of players that were given Team of the Year Messi today. One of which is obviously a member of this podcast team. Now, I'm only joking. Obviously, I'm actually talking about Jurgen Klopp leaving his post as Liverpool manager at the end of the season. Now, firstly, I really just need to get something off my chest. I really wish people would stop talking about him like he's died. The bloke is stepping down as the manager of a football team. Yes, it's a big deal, but he's still here. He's working for your club. Maybe we just need to take a little step back at this very moment in time. Now, I obviously understand because I was extremely upset when Bielsa left Leeds. You know, a man who was just incredible. A man who changed us for the better, slightly like Jurgen has done for Liverpool. Now, obviously, Jurgen Klopp, a man who's won 6 trophies in his time at the Merseyside club, including a Champions League and a Premier League, is a Premier League legend. So, as a bit of a tribute to Jurgen, I'm going to give these three gentlemen a bit of time at the beginning of the podcast to air their thoughts about the situation, probably have a little cry. And I've just got to point out how depressing it was to be in that group chat on Friday, lads. I mean, I genuinely wanted to yeet my phone out the window a few times. It was awful. However, I would just like to... Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to throw it over to you boys straight away. I'll throw it over to you boys straight away. Shane, how do you feel? It's not been a good day. It's not been a good few days, really, for you. Talk to me.
I'm devastated. Genuinely devastated. Because for as long as I've supported Liverpool, we've always been bang average. Like, we had a couple of decent seasons where we've won stuff, like the Champions League 05, we should never have won. But I've always been like, I've had Man United fans take the piss all the time. And for the past 6-7 years, since, well, Klopp's been there 9, but he had to rebuild at the start, I've finally had a bit of fucking digs at them now. And I just fear that is going to come to an end again and the tides might turn again. Yeah, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted because I knew he'd go eventually, but I thought it'd be another couple of years when his contract was done. It just was out the blue. I just didn't expect it at all. But look, I just can't imagine anyone else in the job. I cannot see anybody else in the job. I don't know who. I don't know who follows him out player wise, because some players will be there playing for him. I don't know. I don't know where we go from here with them owners in charge. I just don't know.
Keep your hands off Daniel Farker. Mouse, how would you feel?
Well, I mean, it's like he's died, to be honest, mate.
I know.
It's how I feel. But no, I mean, you've got to remember, we're obviously a little bit older, but I mean, I'm nearly 40 and I've followed Liverpool for over 3 decades. And it's, we've gone from like the 90s and stuff like that when we were celebrating beating Newcastle 4-3 and shit like that. And nowadays it's completely different. We're fighting for the league and things like that. And the job he's done of turning us around is, it's nothing short of remarkable. We've had a few, we've had some highs and stuff like that over the years, but not sustained like it has been. And I think that's where the fear comes from. A lot of younger Liverpool fans and stuff like that won't realise what it was like during, especially 2000s and stuff like that. When I grew up, everyone was a Man United fan. And the amount of shit you used to get on a daily basis, especially at school and stuff, the shit you got was just unbelievable. But now it's, we're in a position that we don't need to take that shit. If Man City weren't around, I don't even know how many leagues we'd have won. It's just unlucky for us that City were around at the same time. But from Jurgen's point of view, is the best way I can put it is his hug looks like what a 5-year-old feels when they hug Santa. That's kind of how I see his hugs. And, you can see it when a player gets a hug from Klopp. That's what it looks like. It looks like a young kid getting a cuddle from Santa and they're over the moon. And, I love the man. And it's a shame. Yeah, all right, it's always going to end at some point, but I'm just happy it's happened. So, I'd love us to go out with a bang, but he's going to be very, very hard to replace. And I do hold the same fears that Shane holds as well. So, but it's a very sad thing. But like I said, I'm happy it's happened.
Az?
It is what it is. Game's game. Yeah, it's upsetting. It's always going to be upsetting, when your fave player leaves, your fave manager, and everything like that. Like the boys said there, I never knew outside of the 2005 final and a Carling Cup. I never really knew success with Liverpool, but he was different. It was good. It was more than football with him. I think that's what I liked. A lot of. I think I speak for almost every football fan. How well your team does completely determines your mood in life at times. And as a result, some of the best memories I've had over the last 5 years have been a direct result of him, which is super cool, as he would probably say, actually. But life goes on. Hopefully, we get the right man for the job. I think he's done everything he possibly can to make it a perfect club to come into at the moment, culture-wise. You look at Arteta. Arteta had to completely rebuild Arsenal's culture. And whoever comes in next for us, hopefully it's Alonso for me, shouldn't really have to do that. And they can just crack on straight away with the job. Get a few players that they like here and there, and they've got a foundation to build on. There's going to be question marks over Van Dijk and Salah and stuff like that. But, he's done the best possible job on the field and off the field to make us at least think, okay, well, it should work, because everything else he's done has worked. So I'll just believe him one more time. So yeah, it was nice. It was nice to have a dad for the last 9 years, and I'm sure he'll pop around more than my real one in LFC TV and all sorts throughout the future anyway. So yeah, will be sadly missed.
It's difficult for me to follow that, to be honest. But I think as somebody who's completely kind of neutral to this situation, and the Liverpool manager has absolutely no bearing on me whatsoever. I think you have to respect Jurgen Klopp and what he's done for Liverpool and football in general. He's just a charismatic bloke who's obviously very caring and a very good gaffer. And I hope that there's no animosity towards him from Liverpool fans. No. And I hope that the media don't get on his back if they have a bad turn of results or something like that, because it must be incredibly frustrating and tiring being a Premier League manager. I think he deserves the year break that he said he's going to have. So, that being said, though, I can't wait for the 2025-26 season and see him in the tracksuit of Leeds United. I think that would be that's the dream. That's the absolute dream. All right, boys. I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. Lionel Messi's Team of the Year card. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Well, actually, I can, because it's EA Sports. But this company, I tried to stay as positive. Since the Safety episode, I tried to stay positive. But I must say, they're making it incredibly difficult to like them right now. The pack weight is absolutely horrific unless you buy a store pack. And now they've made it ridiculously easy to pack Lionel Messi's Team of the Year. I don't really have much to say, so I'm going to just move over to Azza for his thoughts, and hopefully we can have a little deep dive into EA Sports and the way that they're working right now.
For me, it's business as usual. Something happens, and I'll find humor in it. I'll make jokes out of it and whatnot. It's it's a colossal fuck up, probably the biggest one that we'll ever see from them. At least you'd like to think. And obviously they acted pretty quickly. I think it's times like this where you got to remember we are in the 1%. When most people that play the game aren't on the game at 6 p.m. completing SBCs within 15 minutes. Most people take 15 minutes to be able to figure out how they're going to even do the SBC, never mind complete it and pick Messi. So it's annoying that, I weren't able to capitalize on it, a bit like the hero pack, last year, the tradable one. But, it's crap. I don't know. I don't think they'll do anything. I don't know what they could do. I personally think they could put him out as an SBC, price him what he's going for on the market. Even then, a small percentage of people will only be able to do him, but at least the chance is there to do him for those that missed out, I guess. But just one of them, like I said, is what it is. The game's the game.
Mouse?
I fucking love EA. Fucking amazing company. I do have to. Well, it is what it is. I did pack Messi out of the pick. I'd like to thank Birdie actually for that, because I did see him on TikTok at the time, and I decided to open it and got it. So it's a monumental fuck up. I don't think there's no point glossing over it. It's a massive fuck up, and it should have something that Shane should have left his assistant to deal with while he was on holiday and actually sort out the pack weights. But it's one of those things. Like, I can't see there's any way that EA fix it. They're not going to take the cards away because there's too many permutations. If you had him tradable and you then sold it and then got an untradable and then they take it away, it's just never going to happen. So I hope I packed him, but I hope there's no compensation, because there's no compensation needed. You've got exactly what it said on the tin. You got an 86 from said league. So I really hope there isn't any, because that will just cause absolute chaos. But what do they do? They're not going to go out and give everyone a Messi. I don't know what they do to fix it. It's like the same as the hero pick. Like, as I said, it's I missed out on that, and I didn't gain from it or anything like that. But EA, when EA do these things, it's always in the back of my mind is everyone moaning about team of the season? Have they done this to get everyone just to get more eyes and ears on them? Because there's a mantra inside EA that no press is bad press. Unfortunately, that's the way they work, because they know everyone, will start talking about it. But I think, as Azza said as well, as a community, we're a massively small part of said community. And there'll be so many people that have got no idea that this has happened, or will have no idea it's even happened through the whole game cycle, because they're not on Twitter and they don't pay attention to this stuff. So we are in a minority. I'm not excusing EA, because it is a shitty thing to do, but I pack Messi, so I don't really give a fuck.
Shane, I'll let you follow that.
For me, I'm fucking pig sick, to be honest with you. I can only speak for me personally, but it just, I think they have fucked up. I don't think it's on purpose. I just think that they're genuinely fucking stupid. Because for me, I've fucking put so many hours in the past week and a half trying to pack one of these blues. Again, that's my choice, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's right. And then they go and dish him out just like that by accident or however it is. And it don't sit right with me. I just don't. I don't know what they do to rectify it. They can either dish him out to everyone and say sorry, or take him off the pitch. It's not. For me, it just, you spend all that time trying to pack one, and then they just fuck up and give like one of the best ones out. I don't know. It just don't sit right with me at all. It angers me. I just think they're fucking stupid. I think they're useless. It's a big fuck up, but they're constantly doing fuck ups, and it just doesn't seem to change. I don't know. It's like they've got fucking Krusty the Clown working there. So I'm angry about it. I'm fucked off.
There's only one way that EA can make me feel better right now, and it says, if I open this 385 plus midfielders pack that I've got right in front of me, and I get Jude Bellingham out of it, I will say thank you very much, okay, to EA Sports. If I don't, serious contemplation on deleting the game after Team of the Year.
The thing is, like Mouse says, and he's right, because they have it is what it is. That it is advertised as it is. But if it wasn't a problem, they wouldn't have disabled the SBC. They'd have left it there.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But you're
Yeah,
right
they
in
fuck the
saying
pack weight.
it is what it's advertised as. But don't disable it if it's normal and it's fine. There's obviously something wrong. But if I'm honest, I can see them giving people who got Messi an extra pick, because that's the sort of thing that they do.
I wouldn't put that past them at all.
Look at the Cruyff situation that happened not long back.
And do you know what? Even though you've just said that in jest, Ryan, I think that attitude is why they won't care. Because anyone who goes out now and packs a team of the year Ronaldo, or a team of the year Mbappe, or just a decent team of the year, they'll be like, all right, I missed out on a Messi, but I eventually got one. And then they'll just forget about it. And that's the exact reason why EA won't give a shit, or will not care as much as us. I don't blame EA. I blame Ryan for telling us to save it for the pod, because I was in the middle of literally about to do it, and he's like, oh yeah, let's save it for the pod. And yeah, I ended up doing a hero pick instead and getting 3 crappy base ones. So yeah, I blame you rather than EA, to be honest, mate. So
I will take no responsibility for this.
It's also nice to see the big shitty corporate billionaires lose for once. So that's the side I like to look at as well.
That is true. I've just opened mine, by the way. I've got 2 86s and an 85.
I got 3 85s.
All right, I'll do mine now.
I got an 86 and 2 85s.
This Parejo dude is fucking me off.
It's little for me. I keep getting that little one. Hey.
The thing is as well, like, Team of the Year should be one of the hardest cards to pack, rightly so. But the weight in general, I think, and I'm someone who grinds a lot of League SBCs. I think the weight in general from League SBCs has been nowhere near as good as it has been. I've done I've managed to get some of the Icon SBCs done and stuff like that. But I'm telling you now, it's not been anywhere near as heavy as it has been. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, one thing, I don't know if you guys think this as well, but obviously I know people are moaning about honourable mentions, they're not coming out, everything like that. But is that just because we're comparing it to a normal promo? So most normal promos, these honourable mention cards are the top end cards of said promo. We don't have any 84s, we don't have any 85s or anything like that, do we?
No.
So that bottom tier fodder, is it just because where we've got the women in this year, there's such saturation through the 83s, 80s? Because not being funny, 83s and 84s have been murderous through this pack opening. Like, I've discarded more than probably 200 in total between 83s and 84s.
I think 83s and 84s have been heavy anyway, because I'm constantly doing Team of the Week picks.
Yeah.
Because of them. But just higher rated fodder as well just seems a lot harder to come by since Team of the Year started. Like, I never really have any issues gaining fodder from League SBCs. That's why I do them. But it's definitely not as high as it has been. Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I started opening from Friday and on Thursday. But anyone that was in my stream and saw it, I wasn't struggling. I did Zico, Sauer, Davies as well, all from the fodder that came out of my save packs. I know you didn't have any save packs, so that's obviously that doesn't help matters. Obviously, I had a lot of 83 by 10s, everything like that. But it did feel like on Friday they just nerfed like you said. I think they nerfed the pack weight on Friday 100% across the board. That's what it felt like.
I have a theory anyway that I believe that, like, it's just based on my opinion, because I'm constantly opening packs, that it's in spells anyway. I find that I could do 5 or 6 League SBC runs and get nothing, and then do another 5 and 6 and have 1 or 2 walkouts every run I do. But just in general, like you say, it just seems to be constant 83s and 84s, and very rarely anything higher like 85s, 86s. They don't seem as common as they usually have been this year for me.
No, which that's what I mean. I don't know whether that is just a dilution where the women have come in, they've just not got the pack weight quite right, which, obviously there's a lot going into the game, but you just naturally think there would be I don't code or anything like that, so I've got no idea, but
A point as well is that the higher rated fodder are all the team of the years, really, aren't they? And the honourable mention.
that doesn't help, yeah. Unless it's Irene Paredes, because she's always about.
Yeah, fuck her.
She's everywhere. You can't hide. You can never hide from Irene Paredes.
Yeah, well,
I can't
Irene
wait.
is very common.
One day she will have a fucking special card, and we will not see her for an entire week. And
we'll all want her by then, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've opened probably, and I had about 280 packs saved, recycled a shit ton, done 100 of the 77 by 3s. So I reckon I've probably done maybe 600 packs. I've packed one team of the year, and that was in a free pack that EA gave me, which I thought was fucking nuts in the first place. It was some like Defenders pack. I've had 4 honourable mentions. I've had 40 Team of the Weeks, and I've had 111 walkouts because I tallied it because I'm sad as fuck. So if you like filter that down, if I've opened 600 packs and I've got just over 100 walkouts, that's 1 in every 6 packs I'm getting a walkout, but that could be anything from fucking 86 to 90. I haven't had anything over 90 rated unless it was Allison or Bernardo Silva, of which I've already got his Thunderstruck card. So ridiculous, like genuinely ridiculous that they're exactly the same, by the way.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they do with pack weight. I don't know what they do with fodder. I genuinely cannot put a number on it. I can't put a figure on it. And I just find that my expectation, I'll try not to be too negative. I don't want to be too negative, but my expectation of this promo was that I was going to get Hullet finished, Cafu done, and be able to do as many of the like upgrade SBCs and stuff as possible. I have only got Hullet finished, Dabinia done, and I might have thrown a few into the exchange SBCs, but that's by the by. So I think I'm a little bit disappointed in that sense because I thought that with the amount of packs that I've opened, the amount of packs I've saved, I would have got more done, and that would then have made it a much more successful and enjoyable Team of the Year experience for me if I'd have been able to do that. Does that make sense? So yeah. I guess I'm slightly disappointed in that sense, but other than that, at least I got Hullet done and he's a beast.
I didn't. I obviously didn't save packs. My intentions were to just grind as I go, as I do. But I've probably been doing 15 on average league. I've not done the maths. 15 runs a day, as well as like the objectives that come out at 6 o'clock, like the 2082s, the 385s, and all. I've done all of them. I lost internet over the weekend, so not as much. I was doing them, but it was painfully bad with the signal I had. And I finally got one today. I had Edison honourable mentions the other day, and I finally got one today, Ruben Diaz, from a 400k store pack I bought with coins, which sums it up for me in terms of EA. I've done best. I did Sarwa straight away, but to be fair with Sarwa, I already had a lot of fodder saved because I knew she was coming. Yeah, I don't know what I expected. I'm relieved I've got one now, and I kind of feel like I can't be bothered to grind as much now because I've got one, and I know I'm probably not going to get another.
That's exactly how I felt yesterday when I got all day before.
Like, it just seems it's going to be impossible to get one from League SBCs. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. I've had one. I'm relieved I've got one because it makes, although it wasn't from League SBCs, it wasn't kind of wasted in a way. But yeah, overall, I'm disappointed, to be honest. I'm lying. I did just get Trent as well, which I was happy with. But yeah, I mean, in general, I am disappointed with it. Yeah, has to be said.
Well, I was going to say, from my point of view, I saved about 150 packs. Up until Messi, I hadn't packed any Team of the Years. I got one honourable mention, I think, which was Bernardo Silva. I did pack SEN, which is a massive dub for me. I mean, it could just be that I've got lucky, with my fodder and stuff like that. I said on the pod last week, set out on the pod last week that I wanted to get Sauer done, Zico, Alphonso Davies, and Morgan, and I've done them all. So, I've accomplished everything I wanted to, and this sounds really ungrateful, but yes, I've got this Messi today, but it has taken the gloss off it massively.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a packing the team of the year should be that one thing. I want to sit here and I want the missus to go, "What the fuck on earth are you doing?" Yeah, because I'm screaming. That's kind of what I want.
That's exactly how I was with Diaz.
That's what I want from a team of the year. But just to be sort of almost handed it is, it's a bit shitty in a way. And I've kind of sort of sat and thought about it. That it does make me feel a bit. I don't know. I'd rather pack one the right way. Yeah, I'm happy I've got one because now I can say I've got one. But it's disappointing to get it in that manner. So end of the day, I hope I still get one as we go. But yeah, it's a bit deflating. But again, I'm happy. So
yeah, and you should be as well. I put a post not long after on Twitter, and I've had people say to me, "Oh, I feel like it's a bit unfair. It's not your fault. You've got him. Enjoy him now. It's not your problem, is it?" At the end of the day,
too right. You got him. Enjoy him. Enjoy the card. You're lucky enough to get him.
You would have done that pick hoping to get one anyway.
Yeah, I would. Right. Yeah, exactly. I would. Yeah, it's just. I think it's just not. It's one of those, and it's just not the way you want to get it. I mean, he's currently got a hat trick in this squad battles game, so it's going all right.
Let's throw.
Azza looks like he's having a stroke.
Oh, I thought I had Allison in my pick. It's Edison.
Oh no!
So yeah, there's a jumpy moment there.
You're the only one without one now. I know you've
got
R9.
I am. I did pack a cheeky little R9.
Yeah,
which is.
Hang on. You're the only one without one, and he's packed a 15 million coin card. By the way,
first, let's relive that moment from the stream.
Behind it, no, it's just a normal Bernardo Silva honourable mentions. Well, who is this? Is this a team of the year icon behind it? It's fucking R9! It's R9, bro! Are you mad? Oh my days, bro! Oh my days! R9, bro! R9! Hey, boys, I don't know how loud I'm being. I'm sorry, but I don't care, bro. R9! Oh, when he come out, I was like, I swear that's Ronaldo, but I didn't want to look stupid, bro. But yeah, as you would have just heard there, I did manage to pack R9 by being exactly what EA wanted me to be, someone to buy a store pack. But I'd still feel how I felt before I packed R9. I saved a couple weeks worth of packs, about 2 weeks worth of packs, which I think was about 89, 90. By the time I kind of recycled them stuff, like 120 packs, was never expecting anything from them either. I've touched on it in the pod in the past. I've been someone that used to spend £100 a week. I remember one team of the year, I won an accumulator of about 600 quid, and I honestly think most of that went on team of the year that year. So, I'm at that point now the last couple of years where I just expect nothing from it, because it's like it says on the pack. That pack I got Ronaldo from had something like a 1.2% of getting a team of the year icon, for example. The packs that I was opening on stream and like many of us are opening are nowhere near as juicy as those packs. So, you're talking 0.004% chances. So for me to get really, it would just be like at the blackjack table, innit? If I was trying to win every hand or expecting every hand to be a blackjack, then I'd be a bit foolish. So I just went in thinking I could grind this every day for hours and hours and hours and still get nothing. So just run with it. What happens, happens. And I just so happened to get a sexy, boldish Brazilian man with a buck tooth. So yeah, can't complain. And I think if I did complain, people would complain at me. So, it's almost, sometimes it feels like you're almost voided of being able to say that, I'm unhappy with how they've done team of the year. I could go out and put a tweet and say, overall experience of team of the year, not happy, evolutions were poor, this was poor, thought there should have been better SBCs and blah, blah, blah. And the first reply I'm going to get, because this is the toxic community that we're in, is, you packed our 9, how can you complain? It's like, well, there we go, I'm not entitled to complain. So
Yeah, I got it the other year, mate.
Not allowed an
I know
opinion.
exactly how you feel.
exactly, yeah. So, this game we play is built on opinions. So, I mean, that's why we're doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I think it's a good topic to kind of move on to, is that kind of entitled opinion that we all have of our own packs and our own game, and how I've saved 280 packs for Team of the Year, so I'm entitled to pack one. And Shane hasn't saved any packs for Team of the Year, so he's not entitled to pack one. And I think that we have to remember this whole thing, apart from when EA fuck up, this whole thing is about luck. This whole thing is literally about complete and utter luck. Look at the pack probabilities. It's probably something they can't lie about. I would guess they can't lie about pack probabilities on it. So, like, in my opinion, if you pack a Team of the Year and you've opened one store pack, you're a fucking lucky person.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's simple as that.
Like, the amount of packs I've opened since Team of the Year started. My mate at work, Dan Fallon, as you shout out. To be fair to him, he's done a few League SBCs since Team of the Year started, but he got De Bruyne from the Premier League upgrade, which they have been tragic. He got Marriott from the smaller upgrade, I think it was. He got 7 wins in champs and got Oberdorf from one of his picks.
Wow.
And that just goes to show you that if you looks in, you looks in. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't matter how many League SBCs you've grinded, how many games you've played. If someone chooses to grind League SBCs all day, and then someone chooses to play 35 games per day, or someone just chooses just log in at 6 p.m. and log out, none of them are more entitled to get in a blue. No more so than they're more entitled to getting a radioactive card, or more entitled to getting a road to the final weeks and weeks ago. It's just, there's so much built up on this promo that I think a lot of people kind of go back on their own morals. I think people build it up so much in their head that when it eventually doesn't happen, it just dumbs you down. You just feel deflated. I've seen it on stream. I've seen streamers opening like 500 to 1,000 packs, and they're some of the worst packs you're going to see. And I'm like, well, why have you even saved this 3 commons and 1 rare pack anyway for 4 months? What was the point in that? You're never going to get a Team of the Year out of it. So why are you even bothered?
It's kind of changed my mindset a bit, to be honest. Now, like, I'll always grind League SBCs to gain fodder to do other SBCs. That is my whole plan with League SBCs. But I always kind of believed, like, because I do it so much, surely I'll get one. Because the more packs you open, surely you got more chance of getting one. But this year has completely changed my mind with that. Like, it's just pure luck. It's definitely just pure luck now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, we look at that pack you opened this morning, and you got Ruben Diaz out of it. I opened it last night and got Lewandowski as the top card. So,
and I got R9 out of the same pack.
And you got R9 out of the same pack. So, that's 3 examples of 3 completely different levels of what you can get out of that pack. And it's just sheer luck. Like I said, at that point, I'd open 400 odd packs without opening that store pack, and I hadn't got anything. I got 1 honourable mention, and that was it. But there's some people that have got 2 Team of the Years that have opened probably 30, 40 packs, or just opened their fucking like champs rewards. So yeah, I think everyone just needs to stop getting so hung up on, I should get this, I should get this card. I'm due a Team of the Year. There's people that we see in the community that have had 10 years and they've never had one.
Yeah.
That's not that's a one person.
Do you a lot of people commenting now after I posted on Twitter, a lot of people are saying now, because of the pack I got it in, that there's more heavy in store pack.
Convenient, that, isn't it?
That pack now is currently showing as a 6% chance of getting a Team of the Year player, or a 3.8% of a Team of the Year icon.
What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think they are more heavier in store packs? Like,
Well, definitely, because
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it was 3.7, wasn't it?
yeah, there's no equivalent of those store packs anywhere else, so they're going to be heavier. I mean, that pack there was 25 players rated 86 or higher. When have you ever seen a 25 times 86 in the menus? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's never going
It's
to happen.
always going to be a higher
I mean,
percentage.
we do moan about these store packs. I know, 3 of us have opened one already out of the store, and Ryan's just been a pussy and won't open them with coins. So,
Never.
but,
yeah,
I
it's
coins.
Obviously I opened mine with coins as well, and it took a massive dent out of my thing. But what we've got to think about is, yes, store packs are there, but we've opened them with coins, and as an opened them with points. But it's akin to, if you do get a team of the year out of that pack, it's you don't deserve it, but it's the same as paying 20 quid to go to a football match and expecting to sit in the fucking front row. Like, it's,
Or expecting to win.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yes, it's pay to win, but it's not always pay to win, because
it is a
I
gamble.
fucking
It's
yeah,
a
exactly.
gamble.
I showed that last night with my pack. So, people like that pay to win. I'm going a bit of a tangent now, but the pay to win aspect, it's not right. These God squads you see is not from people buying store packs. Yes, the likes of Bateson and shit like that, because they spend thousands and thousands. But the average person spending, say, 50 to 80 quid hasn't got a pay to win team, because you
No.
can't get a pay to win team, because you will not get that lucky every single pack unless you're like Danny Gordon or something like that. But you won't get that kind of luck. And those God squads you see are from traders. That's who are the not dangerous ones, but they're the ones that have got the God squads, are the traders. Because they trade their way up to stupid money, and they can just buy whoever they want. Like Lala is a prime one. I see him all the time, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've just spent like 4 million coins on this card."
It's mental.
And it's ridiculous. But they're the ones that have got the God squads. Anyone that says it's pay to win, yeah, it is pay to win if you spend thousands of pounds a week. But from an average person who spends, say, 20, 30 quid on store packs or 40 quid on store packs a week, will not have a great team, because you won't get that lucky. Simple as that. But anyway, that's my rant.
I had a message yesterday, thousands of pounds spent on store packs, lol, get a job. I was like, well, obviously I'd have to have one to spend thousands of pounds on it in the first place anyway. So
Did you advertise the pod to him?
yeah, that's what I should have done. I'll shout you out now, _ X Sniper 69. You fucking prick.
Love it.
Is that who it was, really?
No, that wasn't his name, but
I was just gonna say, stop fucking atting my PlayStation name, please.
his name was Swaggy Sue.
So obviously the podcast has been done the kind of the wrong way around this week, lads. So yes, I blame Messi. Azza blames me. I blame Mouse,
Messi.
and Shane blames EA. So we're all to blame here for the way the podcast is run. But we haven't spoken about our champs experience this weekend and the gameplay experience this weekend. I'll go first. I lost my head this weekend. I told myself I would not lose my head with champs. I was 5-0, and then I had 2 people quit on me at the end of the game whilst I'd won the game, so I would have been 7-0, and I got given the loss, so that obviously meant I went 5-2. Then I had a guy quit on me at 2-2 after me being 2-0 down, so I stayed at 5-2. I then got to like 7-3, 7-4, I think, and then it happened again. Somebody quitted on me at the end of the game, and I lost, which made me 7-5. So I decided I was playing to 9 wins. So I played to my 9 wins, took my packs, took my picks, got 2 86s out of the pick, and nothing in the packs, which I obviously saved for Team of the Year. Well, no, I didn't. When did I play it? I finished it Monday. So I finished them off yesterday and didn't get anything of note in my ultimate pack. Mouse, what about you?
Well, I actually streamed mine again this week, so it was good fun on Saturday night.
It was a good stream.
I actually used Carlito's new 4-1-2-1-2-2. Actually reaped some good benefits for me. I got to what did I get to? It was 11-6, I think I got to in the end. rewards were absolute trash again. I think I got 285s and 86. I just can't get a good player pick whatsoever. In champs, they're always just terrible for me. So it'll be this week that I get a decent one, obviously, once team of the year's out of packs. But yeah, to be fair, I say this a few times to the boys that this heavy gameplay and all this shit, I think I'm just a bit too shit to notice it, because I didn't have any issues at all with my gameplay. I was absolutely fine. You know, have the odd bits of bullshit with the bounce backs, cutbacks, all that stuff. Still get all that, but from a gameplay wise, it was fine for me. I mean, I was hardwired in, and it was absolutely fine. But it was quite a nice experience. And to be honest, if you can stream your champs games, it's much more fun having the boys there, having a chat with them, and everything like that, having a laugh in the background and stuff like that. It's miles more fun. So that's what it's all about with this game. Find a way to have fun. Yes, we get frustrated and everything like that, but find a way to have fun playing the game, because end of the day, you'll enjoy it. I do enjoy this game. I'm probably, out of the four of us, I'm probably the one that plays it. My match earnings are much higher than everyone else's for a reason, because I do genuinely like playing the game. So, and I've found a way now of every time I play the game, I enjoy the game. So I reap the rewards that way. That's my rewards, rather than getting shit player picks.
And we very much enjoy watching your stream. So anybody that hasn't been in the stream, make sure you get involved. Keep an eye on Mouse's Twitter. Maybe stick notifications on so that you know when he's streaming and when he's tweeting. On to another streamer. Az, how was yours?
Mine was very rushed. I underestimated how long it would take me to open the packs the night before. It took me till nearly midnight. And then, I had the inconvenience of packing R9 and just kind of being discombobulated. So I think I played 2 games that day, went 2-0, started rushing them the next day, and because of this new stupid on-call system we have in work, I did give up 2 wins, I think, because of that. So don't do your champs while you're supposed to be working, because if the big mortgage application you look after goes down, you can't just tell them I'm playing champs. You have to go and fucking fix it. So that kind of set the tone. And then I jumped on, rushed them later on in the day, got to the 11 points, and just didn't really bother. I'd lost too much to try and push on. But there's going to be a lot of upgrades in my team this week, thanks to the old Torres story thing that I'm doing. So I think I'm actually going to try and push for 16, the one coming up, and obviously split them as well to give me my best chances. But my rewards were okay. I did have a tradable Bernardo Silva, which was 100k, I think. So it was a cheeky little coin injection into the club, which made it feel a little bit worthwhile. And, speaking of kind of muddy gameplay, obviously Mouse mentioned, I had some muddy games. I mean, the way I see bad gameplay is, I think it's more because of the way I look. I don't follow the ball per se. I follow a player and the way he runs. And I notice the certain animations that get chose at the wrong time, which then creates a slower response, which then results in my player being offside or taking 2 extra touches or a really long type of shot. That's what really gets to me. But like I've said plenty of times, when you get those top 1% players, the R9s, the Team of the Year Mbappe's, you don't notice that with them because they got glitchy as fuck animations. And even when it was poor gameplay, I was like, I'll just chuck it to this Brazilian wanker at the top and I'll probably win the game. So it was a different way of experiencing champs. I can't wait to sweat it out coming up now on the weekend.
And what's the next stage for your Torres story? What's going to come next?
So, few upgrades. I have to upgrade him to his best version, which is the Winter Wildcard, because we will be transferring to Liverpool. And then we can get in 2 Liverpool players into the team using coins, which will be Steven Gerrard icon and honourable mentions Trent. Probably going to play them both in the midfield, and then get Cafu then to replace Llorente, and just kind of go from there then and play until we get to the Chelsea stage where we'll bring in Ramirez and Petr Cech. So good upgrades come in. Excited. I packed the perfect player to do it with recently as well, so that's a bit of a bummer. But who's to say we can't do a Ronaldinho once we've done Torres? And
did you pack Ronaldinho as well?
Get that one rolling instead. No, but I would just buy him one night and go from scratch.
Shane, how was your champs experience this weekend?
Yeah, mine was a late one because of internet issues, so I didn't do mine till like Monday night. I have to admit, I've got a confession. I went full rat mode this week, like Master Splinter. Genuinely, I was like Master Splinter. I've used loans. I just wanted a quick 11 and out on a Monday night. I've used loans. I've knocked it round at the back. I've been vile this week. I've been like EA. But yeah, 11 and out. A bit of fodder. Got the weekly Maggle from the 285. Winter Wildcards Grimaldo from
He's nice.
the
He is
campaign,
good.
which doesn't
Very
look a bad
good.
card, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks good.
Great card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got some good stats. I mean, I
It's good
probably won't
fodder.
use him, but
Yeah, he does.
He looks
He's
alright.
very good.
He
Yeah.
plays above those stats as well, to be fair.
yeah. To be fair, so a lot of his cards this year have been decent. He's got a couple of good team of the weeks. But yeah, I mean, I went full rat mode, but
Yes, it will.
it won't happen again.
That's what they all say.
Once you go rat, there's never going back.
Honestly, I felt disgusted. I had to shower after because I was just vile. The way I played this weekend is everything that's wrong with the game.
There he goes again, sticking the shower thoughts in our head.
Constantly.
Sorry.
2 weeks on a bounce.
He loves it.
But yeah, I'd like to say it was worth it, but it wasn't.
Never is.
No. But anyway, speaking of team of the week, hopefully when you're listening to this, I'll be sitting there trying to pack a first owner team of the week Sorloth. Is what I'm hoping. I haven't seen any leaks, but I'm kind of hoping he will get a team of the week this week with 2 assists and a goal and a man of the match.
He's got to be in it. He's got to be in
Fingers
it.
crossed. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Obviously, I'm going to have to get him, but he's going to be worse than my Evo. But he will have a dynamic, so that is the key to it.
It's the dream.
Yeah, I look out.
I would love it if
So-
they didn't give him one.
Can you imagine, mate? I'll be in Vancouver.
Do they even? You mentioned leaks. Then do people even leak team of the weeks anymore?
I think they put a predicted, don't they? People put like a strong prediction, don't they? Like normally on a Tuesday. So, but on Footbin, he's number 3 on Footbin, so there's a serious chance.
Bound to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to.
That upgraded Sorloth and Messi combination up front.
Loving life.
I just
Little and large.
back to Az's thingy. I had a thought. I'm looking forward to your Torres when he goes to Milan, mate, because you got R9 now.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah, that could be
Good
interesting.
shout.
that'd be a good partnership.
I mean, R9 and him are cooking at the moment. Torres is better. but
Messi's a fucking joy, by the way. Just to let you know,
just
he's
moves
banging these
different,
goals
doesn't
in squad battles. How
You
much
got
are squad
Messi,
battles?
Cut it there. End it there.
Shane's head's gone again. He's look at it. It's rolled off his head.
Typing another email out to EA.
Let him
Email.
know.
You want email contact with him?
Just Shay at easports.com.
I'm in the live chat right now, mate. It's not going very well.
Massive
Does he ever
deal.
go well in that live chat? A fucking idiot.
No.
You know
It's
what?
'cause
You know
they've
what I thought
blamed
as well? Imagine they re-release this pick after fucking Team of the Year's ended.
Wow.
Yeah.
That they would do that.
Can you imagine? They would as well.
Hilarious. That would
Something
be.
they do. And change the leagues.
Horrendous.
Right then, lads, it's the time of the week where I get my bits out and we all play with them. The Premier League and Leeds prediction game that
I
we
like
play.
to dabble with your bits.
You can dabble with my bits as much as you want. I've been dabbling with our nines. We'll go through the kind of interesting points of last week. So for once, Shane actually scored high. Shane scored 6 points.
Wow.
So he's the highest score in last week.
That don't put
he was-
Messi in my club, does it?
No, it doesn't, to be fair. You got 5 normal points, and then he did get the bonus
Oh.
points because you predicted 6th.
Sorry,
And-
I just went mad. I saw blue. I just got Musiala out of 77 treble. So
Hey,
That's all
Take
right.
that
Take
all
that.
day. Take
he's
that
like
all day.
300k.
he is
You don't deserve it. but-
300k. I'm taking that. Debini is out. Debini is out. Sorry, Az. Sorry.
That's all right, mate. It's a worthy interjection. yeah, as I was saying, Shane scored 6 points, which you
Yeah, that
can't
don't
fault.
put Messi in my club though, does it?
No, it doesn't, unfortunately.
I don't think
Hopefully you get him in there
that
eventually.
puts Messi in his club, guys.
I don't think Messi just suddenly spawned in his club.
Hey, did you pack Messi?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you should get less points in this game.
That's minus points. Speaking of minus points, I only scored 1, so I nearly did a safety. But fortunately, I did get 1 point in the West Brom v Wolves game. Thank God. So again, shout out to American Andy. And someone who was joint with Shane with 5 points on the prediction is Big JB14. He's got 5 points.
Love
Obviously,
that.
Shane took the bonus point because the Shane's prediction was 6th. And the quickest goal was Ratty Bruno against Newport in the 7th minute. So you did take that. But yeah, JB come in with a whopping 5 points. Ryan got 3 and Mouse, you got 2. So there was a lot of zeros across the board. But the overall leaderboards now, Ryan's still on top, how he likes it, 34 points.
Where I belong, yeah.
Mouse has moved into 2nd, 32. I'm in 3rd with 31. And Shane with a respectable 28.
Can we just point out the Leeds United knowledge, by the way? The first time that I didn't back us, and we did get it right. We did draw.
Yeah, you did, to be fair. And you weren't that far off. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I was watching the game as well, going, I definitely predicted 1-1. I definitely predicted 1-1. Then I listened to the pod again and was like, fuck!
Well, speaking of correct scores, it was 2 this week, and I was Shane with the Everton-Luton game, so fair play to that. And JB himself with Leicester versus Birmingham. The game I actually forgot about last week and had to message him after. So that could have actually been the reason he got it right. He could have went with something differently. But
Or you messaged him on Monday and forgot and he just gave you the correct score.
yeah, you couldn't put that
Sorry,
past me.
can we just point out that the listeners can't hear this, can't see this in fact, but Shane's just shushed us. He's actually just shushed us.
I had the spreadsheet up, so I didn't actually see it. Sorry, mate.
He's just literally shushed us on the
From
video.
bottom of the league. From bottom of the league.
So yeah, ratty loan using bastard. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Did we also notice that he did not apologise for using them either?
No.
He just said, I did it. I don't care.
Yeah.
The community's got to him, and it's
Zero
terrible.
fucks given.
And that's why he's bottom of the league. But the guest league has changed. Obviously, JB goes top with his 5. Ash and Doc are both on 3, and Safi, much like his head, is on around 0. But enough of last week. Let's move on to this week's predictions.
Can I just quickly say that Klopp leaving has affected me mentally?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I'm done. Call the pod.
I missed that. I missed it.
He's had it in the neck for me today, hasn't he, Safi?
I missed it. What did you say then?
I said Safi, much like his head, is on a big round 0.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm just saying.
It's because I looked at the 0 in the spreadsheet. It's really thin, and it generally made me think of his head. I just had to quickly think, how can I make this bald related? And I just went with it.
Fucking hell.
I'm dead. I'm done.
I'm great off the top of the dome, honestly. So yeah, the picks this week are a little bit altered. There's a couple scribbles for them because a certain member of the pod was a little bit late. And so I did have to change some of the games as they'd already kicked off today.
I was actually writing reports. Just going to point that out. It's a very important job.
I'm going to go Luton 3-0.
That could change. The ones we've gone for are Spurs at home against Brentford, Liverpool at home against Chelsea, West Ham at home against Bournemouth, or as I've written down here, Jason Bourne, and Wolves at home against Manchester United.
You're a weird bloke.
This is the beautiful thing about making your own notes. They're for you and nobody else. And last of all, we got Bristol City versus Leeds. I had a very small bit to write in, so I used what I knew best. So they're the games we're going to go with. I don't know if you got all of them there, because Ryan did butt in. Arrogance. So yeah, we'll start with we'll make Shane's day. We'll start with Shane. He didn't get a Messi, but he could get some predictions on the go and maybe go back to back this week. So we'll start with Shane.
Favoritism.
You know what it's like. Right. Spurs v Brentford.
Spurs 3-1.
Liverpool v Chelsea.
Liverpool 2-1.
Nice. West Ham versus Jason Bournemouth.
West Ham 3-2.
Wolverhampton against Manchester United.
Wolves 1-0.
Nice. And then last but not least, Bristol City versus Leeds.
Leeds 3-1.
And what I'm going to do is not ask you for your minute prediction. I'm going to ask everyone else their score predictions, and then we'll reverse order for the minutes just to spice it up a touch.
Why? Because I'm first.
Yeah, we've got to spice it up, haven't we, man?
Fuck this game.
So let's move on to the little baby, Ryan himself. And we'll go Spurs versus Brentford.
2-1 Spurs.
Liverpool versus Chelsea.
3-2 Liverpool.
West Ham versus Jason Bournemouth.
1-1.
Wolverhampton versus Manchester United.
2-1 Wolves.
And then Bristol City versus Leeds.
4-0 Leeds.
Sweet. And I'll go for you next, Mouse. I'll go last. Spurs versus Brentford.
2-1 Spurs.
Nice. Liverpool v Chelsea.
Now, it's been 7 draws on the spin. So we'll go 5-0 Liverpool.
Nice. West Ham versus Bournemouth.
3-0 West Ham.
Wolves versus Man U.
2-1 Wolves.
And then Bristol City versus Leeds.
3-0 Bristol City. Because I tried to be nice to Leeds last week and say they were going to win. So, fuck them. From now on, it's 3-0 every week.
Fair enough.
So I have gone for 3-2 Spurs against Brentford. Liverpool 2-1 against Chelsea. West Ham 2-0 against Bournemouth. Wolves and United 1-1. And then Bristol City versus Leeds. I've gone for a 2-1 win for Leeds against Bristol City, my neighbours.
We are.
And I'm going to just pick a random order here. We are going to go minutes-wise. Mouse, Shane, Ryan, me.
7.
5.
8.
4. And there we have it. Those are our minutes.
How the fuck
Made
did
it
you guess
odds.
my past?
Well, wait, who gets 6 though? What happens if it's 6?
No points.
Yeah, no points.
What happened last time that happened? Didn't you?
Yeah,
guys
you
make
shared-
it?
you
gave one
shared
each.
it.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gave one each.
one
didn't we,
each.
actually? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what we'll do. But it won't happen anyway because it's going to be the 4th minute. So it's fine.
To end the podcast, we would like to complete a minute's silence for Jurgen Klopp. Azza has his hand on his heart right now. He's wearing a Liverpool shirt. He's kissing the badge. He's now got a life-size cutout of Jurgen Klopp out from underneath the desk, which I thought was slightly strange. Now the wreath will be laid on top of Shane's head. He looks very much like Jesus at this very moment in time.
Well, the Arsenal striker.
Hey, if I had a wreath on me, I'd look like I've just won I'm a Celeb.
I think the final thing to say is, Jurgen Klopp, you will never walk alone.
It's fucking annoying!